everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. So, Chantal did a live today where she was in her bedroom, lying down, talking about her nasty, oversized boil. What have we come to? What happened? I remember all the way back watching Chantal's content. There were interesting things to talk about, especially during Crackhead Olympics. And yes, Booker is using my chair as a scratching pad. Hello. Hi. Thank you. Um, we went from interesting stuff to talk bleh, words. I need my words today. We went from talking about interesting stuff to her doing lives talking about nasty boils. It's so bad. It is so bad. Chantal, I am so embarrassed for you. I am. I mean, log off. You need to really log off. Get yourself together. Think of some interesting things to do during your live streams because this ain't it. Doing entire lives based around a boil. Are you kidding me? Are you serious right now? You that's what we're doing. We're talking about issues that really you should be going to the doctor for rather than sitting there on your bed trying to make money with it. You're trying to make money off a boil. Ow, booger. Quit it. She's being a booger. So can I help you, ma'am? You're being a booger. You're being a booger. You're biting on my hand. Ow. She wants to play. Anyway, so yeah, the live happened. I have questions. I have serious questions. My first question is this: if her boil is just that bad, why isn't she going to the hospital? I would be going to the hospital. If I had a boil the size of a golf ball, I would have gone to the hospital and gotten it treated before it got to that size. Second question: if the boil is that size, if it's near her kitty cat, why was she laying on the bed in a position that would make it extremely painful? You know, if you got an area where the boil is near, like, guess the crease of your leg or on your kitty cat and you're laying on your side, wouldn't that be compressing on that golf ball sized boil? Wouldn't you be screaming? I think I would be screaming. So, how could she have done that during the live with no issue? You know what, guys? I'm going to call it rule number one: Chantal lies. I don't think she has a boil. I really don't think so. Because I mentioned in the previous react, days before she told us about the boil, she was out and about doing things in Kuwait. She was out there getting her fast food and driving around. No issue. She wasn't wincing in pain from it when she should have been. She went shopping at Sephora. Again, something you don't want to do if you got a boil and there might be some chafing or rubbing, and that's going to irritate it and make it worse. And she also did a live where she was cleaning her house, moving around, bending down, no problem. So I'm sorry, I'm calling BS on the whole boil story. And I know this may sound wild, but just hear me out. Since Chantal is someone that she caters to adult fetishes and fetishes of all kinds. Hello, Booger. Hey, Boogs. Everybody say hi to Boogs. She wants to hop up here. Since Chantal wants to cater to different fetish people, would it be a stretch of the imagination to say that there might be some demented, sick, disgusting person in her audience that has that fetish where they want her to talk about really, really gross, disgusting stuff, and they paid her to do so on YouTube for their own entertainment? And that's where this whole boil situation came from. I mean, it could be not. I mean, she is on YouTube catering to an adult fetish already, the Foodie fetish. And I've seen evidence of her doing the adult baby fetish for extra money. Why wouldn't she cater to somebody who's got a fetish for really disgusting, nasty stuff. Because she's doing a lot of it. She's really pouring on the steam with talking about boils and how disgusting they are, and doing the story time and giving all the details that nobody wants to hear. It's just vulgar.
You want to be loved on by mother.
Baby.
Baby.
All right. Yeah, but that's my theory. There might be somebody in the audience that they have some kind of fetish interest in hearing her talk about the boil. And that's why she's doing it. Because it just seems weird that it pops up all of a sudden. There was no mention of this before, but all of a sudden it's an issue now. Listen, even if the boil is real, Chantal's health is her responsibility. It's not ours. If she's got any kind of medical issue, it is up to her to get it treated. And if she doesn't, well, then I guess she doesn't care. So if she doesn't care, then why should I care? I mean, who am I? I'm just a stranger on the internet. What can I do to help her? And by the way, Chantal, you're going to people in your chat for advice about how to handle the boil, but not a single one of them are your doctor. Not a single one. You are not their patient. They can't do tests and blood tests and whatnot to determine what's going on. They cannot give you the proper medical treatment for any problem you've got. The only people that can do that are people at hospitals and doctors' offices, and you need to go see one of those. And that goes not just for the boil, but for anything and everything. So stop going to Dr. Google in your audience for advice just because it's free. Some things in life you just got to pay for, and you just have to get over it. So how about we get into the Twitter peeps? Because there's a whole lot of Twitter peeps I'm going to get through. And then we'll go directly into her live stream. So,
Hey, Booger. Say hi to people.
it's a booger. It's a booger. Look at the face. Let's get into the Twitter peeps. All right, it's time for the Twitter peeps, and this is going to be a challenge, doing this one-handed with Booger in my arms.
Hey, Booger. I gotta do Twitter peeps.
All right, let's see if I can switch on over. I got it all set up, thank goodness. Okay, so for those of you that are on Twitter, that you want to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. Let's start off with something positive. I'm sure there are some of you in my audience that you love to bake. Baking is a wonderful profession. It's a wonderful hobby. Y'all look at these cupcakes. Just look at them. They look almost too pretty to eat. These are buttercream flowers cupcakes, courtesy of F. The work on those cupcakes, I feel bad about eating them, but God, they're gorgeous. That is insane. That's some work, son. That is some work put in. Whoever made these, bravo. Moving on to Sandy Quesadilla. Those views, mama, woof. Yeah, look at those views. Look at them. Let's see, the 6.2, 6.1, 4.9, 4.5. Good God, Chantal. Your views are terrible. I mean, those views would be stellar and spectacular if she were a much smaller channel. But the fact that she's over 100K and those are her views, And see, Chantal, this is what happens when you decide that you don't want to do anything interesting for people. People get bored and they stop watching. They're like, what's the point? Your views are going to suffer. Farrah Fiasco says she's back stalking the small reaction channels. Foodie Beauty, did you get your boil looked at? So this comment is from Sarah Lee. Sarah Lee Chantal, you're so obvious. You picked a name that is associated with baking products. You get it at the grocery store, girl. But Sarah Lee is an account that's been around for a while. One is Chantal sock accounts. I've had this person in my comments on my video. You know what, Booger, I love you, but I got cat hair all over my face, and I can't handle it. I'm sorry, baby girl. Sarah Lee says the fact that his side of the bed lacks knickknacks doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't sleep there. It's not unusual for men to avoid keeping things by their bedside. From what I understand, he's not into buying or owning a lot of stuff, which could explain why his possessions are minimal. After all, before the Chantal era, all his belongings reportedly fit into one room. As for the speculations about them not sleeping together, I find it unlikely. This is someone who invited her to move all the way from Canada, fully aware of how she was portrayed in online videos, yet here they are, going into their third year of living together. Clearly, he's not as put off by her as others might think. That said, I personally found it nauseating watching her on that live stream, sitting on the bed in what appear to be sweaty, unclean clothes, sharing details that are usually reserved for close family or doctors. Chantal, that last paragraph, that was you just trying to act like it wasn't you. That was just you trying to act like, oh, it's not me, y'all. Sarah Lee is, it's not me. It is you. Well, but we know Sarah Lee is you. This is not a Beezer. This is you. We know it's you. Girl, come on out and play. Stop hiding behind other names, coward. Perfectly Imperfect says there's no happier foodie than the foodie who gets to talk about her disgusting health issues with her Beezers. She was absolutely giddy talking about her high blood sugar and infected boil. Yeah, it was weird. Where other people would be embarrassed to talk about such an issue, oh, she couldn't wait to talk about it. She was giddy to talk about it, which is strange. But then again, we are talking about the same woman that she loves to gross people out. She loves it. She absolutely just likes to make people sick. I don't know why. Julie says, Foodie Beauty takes down her Taco Bell video because she's not posting that kind of video or eating that crap again. But pizza is okay. Make it make sense. Yeah, weird. Like, she just can't make up her mind. 1 minute she posts a mukbang, the next minute she takes it down, then she re-uploads it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is she trying to get extra views by re-uploading it after taking it down, acting like it's a new video? I don't know. It's very, very strange. Florida Salt and Sass says either rule number 1 is in full effect, or she's the dumbest and grossest lazy person letting an abscess, boil, whatever, fester. Well, 2 things can be true at once. It's possible for her to be a liar, and it's also possible for her to be the dumbest and grossest lazy person ever. The 2 things can be true at one time. The engineer says, notice she's taking all kinds of advice on this boil. But if you tell her to cut back on bread and rice, are you a doctor? Huh? No? Then shut up, blocked. I know. Make it make sense. Mo Translate says, yeah, coming online to get health advice from your chat is crazy work. In this live stream, someone actually told her, please see your doctor. We are not professionals. Well, the sad thing is nobody really needs to tell her that. I mean, she's 41, 42 years old, right? Anybody with half a brain cell, still working, still functioning, would know if you've got a serious medical issue, going to your chat for advice is just stupid. You need to go to a doctor. Even though you may not want to go to a doctor, you should go. You know, the doctor's the only one that's going to make it okay. But Chantal is looking for free advice and free help. She doesn't want to pay anybody because she's cheap and stupid. Perfectly Imperfect says, stop asking your Beezers medical advice. Your blood sugars have been out of control while taking medication for 1.5 years. So let's watch the clip. And this clip comes from the current live stream that she did that I'm going to be reacting to.
That's why I have to see my doctor, because even with my insulin and my metformin, my blood sugars are still not low as I'd like.
I wonder why. I wonder why. Chantal, you're on max doses for all your medications. You're on the highest dose that they can possibly give you, and insulin. And insulin. And even with all that, your blood sugar is high. I wonder, why is your blood sugar high? Could it be because pills are not the magic fix all that you wish they were? The pills can only do so much. The insulin can only do so much. Tell the truth. You don't take your pills and you don't take that insulin to manage your diabetes. You take those things to manage your B moments, to keep from going into a diabetic coma. You are misusing the insulin. You are misusing the medication. That's why they're not working so well. You're not trying to cut back on your carbs, cut back on your sugars. You are an extreme carb addict. Everything's got to be carby or sugary. What are a few pills going to do compared to all the calories, all of the sugar, all this stuff you're putting in your system? They can only do so much. And if your vital organs are not working so well, they're not going to work as well. And I feel that if you went to the doctor's going to tell you that maybe some of your organs are like functioning maybe at a quarter or half of the capacity that they really should be. And that's why you feel so lousy. But you're expecting a few pills, you're expecting insulin to cancel out all the garbage you load up in your system. And that's not how it goes. Sorry.
But maybe it's because I am eating too much crap.
You think? Give her a round of applause, y'all. She figured it out. She finally figured it out. Maybe she's figuring out that I can't eat all the garbage I want. I just can't. No, Chantal, you cannot. You cannot. You can't overload your system with garbage. Your system is getting just overwhelmed. It can't deal with it anymore. It's begging for help. You're not helping it. You are punishing your body for what? It needs a break. It needs you to go slower, not go faster. Slow down. You don't have like the Superman immune system that you think you do. Oh, before we get into the react of the live, I'm going to pre-warn y'all. She's doing that throughout the entire thing. Do I like it? No, I hate it. I hate that shisha pipe, especially considering how noisy it is. I wish she would get a quieter one or wait until after a live to do it. But she's sucking on that pipe the entire time like it owes her money. Like the rent is due and she's here to collect. Like she will not take it out of her freaking mouth.
So that will mean no food at all that raises your blood sugar.
Yep. But you've heard that before from the doctors. Hey, lower your carbs, lower your sugars, Foodie. You don't want to listen.
Okay, so I have a question. Let's say you eat chicken breast and some cheese and some veggies. That
Oh, God, you're so stupid. I know what you're doing right now. I know what you're doing. I know what your food addiction is doing. You're negotiating with the addiction. You're negotiating with the diabetes. What if I eat this and this, and then I can have a little bit of this? You're at the table, and you're negotiating with the diabetes, with the food addiction. You're trying to satisfy your food addiction. You're trying to find a way to not go into a diabetic coma. Girl, stop. No more negotiating. Negotiations off the table. What is the matter with you? Stop trying to find ways to include in stuff that is unaliving you slowly. You idiot. Quit that.
It doesn't raise your blood sugar at all? Or does every time you eat, your blood you need insulin to digest it no matter what? Or is it just
Girl, I know what you've been up to. You even said it yourself in a few live streams that either before a B moment or after you take your insulin just to keep your blood sugars down to where you don't end up in the hospital. You said so. You're playing a very dangerous, stupid game with your health because you think you can. Girl, you are effing around and you are going to find out one day. You got heart issues. I mean, you told us you had a heart murmur. You've got an enlarged heart. I don't know if there's any partial blockages with the arteries and all of that, but if you do, you might need a stent to clear out the blockages. You maybe there's a problem with getting enough oxygen through your blood, and that's why you're so out of breath. I don't know. Only a doctor would know. But if your heart is in trouble, and if it's not functioning fully the way it should, if it's under pressure, all it takes is one incident, one medical incident. Life over. Life over. I'm just saying, if you've effed up your vital organs, you don't get a second set to screw up. You get one set, that's it. That's all. No more. No more, Foodie. So either care for them or not.
just sugar?
Yeah, whatever. You don't care about your health. Who are you kidding? Perfectly Imperfect says, Foodie Beauty admitting her views are low. Let's watch.
All right, if we get to 50 likes, I'll tell you the update. I got to start bribing you guys. You don't want to like my videos. You don't want to watch my content. You don't want to do anything.
Let's watch that again.
All right, if we get to 50 likes, I'll tell you the update.
How pathetic. How pathetic. Chantal, I'm a much smaller channel than you. You're a much bigger channel by the numbers. You make a lot more money than I do, although I wouldn't trade places with you if somebody paid me. I'll keep my life, thank you. But even as a much smaller channel than you, I don't beg for likes. That's crazy work. Begging for likes. Are you kidding me? Stop. If I get to 50 likes, I'll give you the update. Hey, you don't have to give us an update. It's not that big of a deal. It's not going to change anybody's world or stop anybody's world if you don't give us one. Either talk about it or you don't talk about it. But you want to talk about it because what else you got for content? But that is nuts. Using a boil update as a means to get people to like your videos. Oh my God. You beggar. You pathetic little beggar.
I got to start bribing you guys. You don't want to like my videos. You don't want to watch my content.
Wait. Stop. What was that? Say that again.
Start bribing you guys.
I got to start bribing you guys. How are you bribing? You're not giving anything. You're withholding something. Bribing would entail that you're giving people stuff, not taking stuff from people. You're telling your viewers, you have to give me something before I give you something. That's not a bribe. That is you saying, well, I will tell you, but you got to do this for me. You're not a good briber. You're a taker. You're attempting to take something from people. You are putting pressure on people to like your video, like your live. And that is just awful.
You don't want to like my videos. You don't want to watch
Back again. Wait a minute.
bribing you guys. You don't want to like my videos. You don't want to watch my content. You don't want to do anything.
Let's talk about the things you don't want to do. Can we do that? Can we have a cup of coffee and discuss that? You're talking about the things your viewers don't want to do. Let's talk about the things that you don't want to do. Ma'am, even though you have a big channel and you're making really decent money with that channel, on top of doing your Foodie stuff offline and your Cameo stuff offline, which also makes you money. You have enough money, you can do whatever you want. You can go where you like. You could take care of your health. You can make significant change in your life. You're not doing none of that. None of it. Even though you being on YouTube, the people that watch your lives, the people that watch your videos, they are the ones giving you that freedom and the money to do as you please. And you being stupid, you're not feeling blessed and from the privilege of having the freedom that not even your viewers have for their own lives or the money. You're not thankful. You're not grateful. You don't give back. But let's talk about the things you don't do on your YouTube channel. You're naming off. You don't like my videos. You don't want to watch my lives. Da, 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 da. What about what you don't do? What do? You want these things from your viewers, but can you say, I am working hard. I am working very hard to earn those things, and I don't understand why I'm not getting them. I'm giving it my all. I'm going out there and I'm working hard and I'm thinking of ideas and I'm doing members only lives 2 or 3 times a week for the members. I don't care if there's 5 members. I'm still going to get out there and I'm going to do members only content because, hey, you guys pay the extra money to be members. I'm going to give you something worth watching that only you can watch. And for those of you that are not members, I'm going to give you great content anyway. I'm going to take you all over Kuwait. I'm going to do things around the house if that's all I can do. I'm going to really think of interesting content. No, you're not doing none of that. You want all these things, and this live is a perfect example of why you're not getting the things that you want. You did the entire live laying down, smoking that ridiculous shisha, making that awful noise, and that's supposed to be a banger? That's supposed to make a bunch of money? This is the kind of content that people are supposed to sub up for and give you 1 million likes for? No, ma'am. No. Mm-mm. Girl, if you can't even sit up and do a live and talk to people, that's a sad state of affairs. This is not inspiring. You look bored. You look lazy. You look tired. And the crazy thing is, you got all the time in the world to refresh yourself, get a nice meal, take a shower, get ready for a live, like take a professional approach with it. But you don't take any pride in yourself and you don't take any pride in your content, and it shows. Anymore, your channel is about, I don't care. I don't care about myself. I don't care about y'all. I don't care. That's the vibe. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not going to work on anything. I'm going to get away with doing as little as possible and try to make as much as possible from it. This is the lazy channel anymore. All these complaints about you don't do this and you don't do that. You're not earning that stuff. You want it, you got to earn it. Peach Slicks says, my room, my TV, my dirty room, my bed, my bathroom, my bedroom. Right, Salah and her do not share a room. Kelly says, tell us again, you and Salah share the same room. Now, one thing in that room is his, and that's why your makeup is in the front room, because he kicked you out of the spare room because it's his room. Is the spare room his room? Maybe. But let's watch the clip.
Look what's on my TV. No, the fake. Here's my shisha, my dirty room. I have a candle going.
And I actually agree with the people that have posted before saying it's weird because it's supposed to be his room and her room, but I don't see anything of his in there. It looks like it's set up just for her.
And this is our big dresser. You can't see me much, but there's my bed.
You know what look, I got to blow this up. Notice that she made sure during the live, like when she was showing around the room and there were the mirrors across from her, that she did not show herself in the bed full length. She avoided that. Like she had the phone angled upward where you couldn't see her body.
I'm on my bed right now.
So it's supposed to be his and hers. Is this his stuff? Or that her stuff? I don't know.
That's my bathroom over there. That's basically just my bedroom. Nothing fancy.
It's really strange. Why is it now that we're getting all these different shots at the house when before she refused to? Like when she did the cleaning live, she was showing different parts of the house. Now she's showing us the bedroom. Like, where did this come from? That is just weird to me. Like all of a sudden we're getting house shots. Strange. Nana Spike T says, never in my life would I come online and share this with complete strangers. Tell me how she's able to inspect said boil. She cannot see nor can she reach. This is so gross. Mo Translate says Chantal describes the boil. She says she will go to the doctor tomorrow since her blood sugar has also been high. Well, we all know why. We've seen the food she's been eating. But go ahead, Chantal.
And I've had a couple lanced. Sometimes it just goes away on its own. Hey, NM, like I've had them drain on their own and just go away. I need a detailed description. Okay, close your ears, teardrop. So I think this one developed from like a hair growing in because I can see like a hair follicle. And then there's like, okay. So there's like, it looks a bit.
You know what? Even if there was an ingrown hair, it would not grow to the size of a golf ball. I don't think it would.
Bit white right in the center, but then there's like.
What? You know, you can always tell that Chantal's doing story time when she gives these big details. She goes in intricate detailing about something. It screams made up story time to me.
It's like it's growing like this big around. Like it's not a ball. It's like, but the area around it, I can feel it's like really tender and like getting firm. So yeah, it's getting bad, but it's been this bad before.
Okay, I just want to point something out. Remember what I said earlier before we got into Twitter peeps? That it was just weird because she did the live in a position that I'm like, considering where you told us where the boil is supposed to be, the position that you're in right now in bed, I would think that would be too uncomfortable to lay in that position because you're putting pressure directly on the area. She's laying on her side. Anybody ever lay on your side? That's going to press your legs together. And if there's a boil near the kitty cat or on the crease of the leg, that's going to hurt. But there she is doing a live just like that. So I'm like, rule number one.
But it's not popping and it's painful as hell. That's why I'm laying down. So
if the boil were as bad as you say it is, I don't think you'd be able to lay in that position. Maybe you might be able to sit up, propped up by pillows or something with the legs apart. that might be less painful, but the fact that you're laying on your side, which compresses your thighs together, that you'd be screaming right now if that were true.
Oh, I'm gonna go in the morning with Salah.
Yeah, be an idiot and wait another day. Just wait another day, Chantal. Let's make sure that it's really, really bad when we go.
There's no odor. No, not yet. A new fupa ball. Pretty much. It feels kind of like there's also cellulitis or something. Draw one of your pics. Because
The way that she's describing all of these horrible things as if it were a joke. Cellulitis is no joke. An infection is no joke. The fact that something like that can go septic is no joke. And yet she's acting as if it's not that big of a deal. It is that big of a deal, Chantal.
it's like the area around is like red. Yeah, there's no odor. There's no odor until it, Peace Frog, have a hot bath. I had many showers hot and I just stay there and let it run on it, but it doesn't do anything.
But what's a shower supposed to do? And do I believe you took several showers? No. No. I don't believe that. Because you're filthy and nasty, and that might be the reason why you have the boil in the first place.
High blood sugar levels. Yeah,
And I do realize that there are different reasons why a person can get a boil. I get that. Before anybody says anything, I get that. Boils can come from different things. But the fact that Chantal's of a bigger size, she does not take a shower, she does not bathe herself. She is constantly filthy, nasty, sweaty. She doesn't she, she's constantly wearing nasty, filthy, sweaty clothes. Between the body oils, the sweat, the filth, the dirt, like staying on her skin, that you're just asking for an infection.
my blood sugar levels are a bit higher than usual. That's why I want to see the doctor tomorrow. Just get all fixed up.
Well, they could fix up the boil, but they can't fix the rest of you. So good luck with that.
I might need IV antibiotics. I've had to have them here before.
One day she's going to F around and really find out. Sunburst Arrow says, why in the heck does she still have the hamster in her cameo intro if she doesn't have a hamster anymore? I don't know. That's just weird. That's really weird. Very, very strange. 80s Nostalgia Channel. Oh my God. Gen X fueled by Tang, hydrated by the hose water. Raised by latchkey, thrived on neglect. Oh my God, this is taking me back. Yeah, I grew up in that generation where you stayed out all day. You don't come home until the outside street lights came on. You drink out of a water hose, and sometimes the hose water would be hot. We played in the dirt and we survived. Yes. Yes, absolutely we did. But we had fun, did we not? We did. Let's see. What else we got here? Fondue Pondu says, Foodie Beauty, 2 days later, no medical care and laying up sucking on your cope pulmonary embolism stick. F you, Chantal. I don't want to hear crap about how uncomfortable you are. Yeah. Yeah, you look in the position that she's laying in. If you had a boil on your kitty cat or near the inside of your thigh, could you lay like that without screaming? No. That's why I don't believe it. Burgundy Rose Bunny says, if that slouching walrus is laying on her side, wouldn't that be putting a lot of pressure on her dirty boil? Her legs alone are huge and flabby, so that alone is pushing down on her boil, but I call BS on her fake boil. This is her trash idea for money and views alone. Agreed. I'm with you, Burgundy Rose Bunny. The math ain't mathin'. A few days before she started talking about this boil, she was doing housework. She was going to Sephora for lip gloss. She was running all over Kuwait. for food. No mention of it then. Then all of a sudden it goes from nothing to golf ball sized overnight. I call baloney. Baloney with cheese. Baloney. Absolute baloney. And now laying on her side. Keep telling on yourself, Chantal. Go ahead. Ron says, keep sealing and letting that infection grow and fester. Wonderful idea. Kat Von B says, unbelievable. She's smoking shisha in her room and she shows her bedroom. Didn't she say she would never show us her room? Well, she said that, but Chantal changes her mind. Let's watch.
Inshallah. So it's very heavy. It hurts like hell.
Then go to the doctor. Listen, I am fed the F up with this woman complaining about her problems. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. It's one thing to have a problem, but you're working on it or you're going to work on it. It's another thing to have an issue and complain to the whole world about it and you have no intention of fixing it. Like, what are you complaining to other people for? What can they do for you? Nothing. You're just dumping your emotional, depressing garbage into somebody else's ear. For what? You wonder why your channel is failing, Chantal. You wonder why your views suck. You wonder why you don't get likes anymore because of this right here. You're doing a live, you're laying down, you're smoking that awful shisha, that bubbling, farting noise coming out of the pipe. You wonder why nobody's watching? It's the content. It's you. The fact that you don't care anymore. Using this depressing negativity as your content. People are sick of it. It is soul sucking. They want something positive and you're not giving it up. This is not something that people can laugh at or be entertained by. Life is hard enough for a lot of people. They go to work, they work hard, they may have stress at work, they come home, they might have a little bit of time after work to just settle in, get something to eat, be entertained by TV or internet or whatever. And if they've had a hard day, the last thing they want to watch is a woman who depresses the crap out of them, talking about issues that she doesn't want to deal with. Do you understand? You're just a big old wet, moldy blanket that smells. Like your kind of negativity just smells after a while. And then people just got to get away from it.
Thanks, Harper. But I don't feel like nauseous. I don't feel like I have a temperature. So,
Chantal, if you had a boil and you start to get a fever, chills, it might already be too late. That means the infection is spread through the rest of your body. Stupid. Is that what you're waiting for? Oh, I'll let it go and let it go until I get a fever. Then it's time to go to the hospital. No, idiot. You go to the hospital before that happens. You don't want the infection raging through the rest of your body.
I think I'll be okay till morning, inshallah. Folliculitis.
And I'm just going to say it right now. The whole live was about, feel sorry for me. I have a boil. Send me some sad super chats. Even though it's my fault that I have a boil because I'm not taking care of my diabetes and I'm not taking showers and I'm not taking care of my health the way that I should. I'm just going to put all of my negativity on all of you and you should pay me for it. Nobody should pay her for it. It's her fault she got this sick.
A watched fupa never boils. Ew, eggs on legs. That's what he's the human equivalent of, but still.
I so hate that shisha. I so hate it.
Bertha the boil. Hey, Nicole. Well, I'm happy you at least said hi. I do have chamomile.
Chamomile, idiot.
Salah probably doesn't prefer I talk about it, but whatever. He's like, let me guess, you told them all about your boil. I'm like,
He doesn't care. He does not care. He doesn't care about you. He knows you got a food problem and he brings you fast food. So he's okay with the food addiction, but he's not okay with you talking about a boil. He's weird.
it's not right on the fupa.
Oh boy, like I don't need to know where it's at. I'm not that invested.
So it's like it's kind of on the side.
Don't care. Ew. I don't want to know. I don't want to imagine it.
Okay, let's name it Susan Boyle. And my husband his working days would get boils all the time because he worked outside in heat. He could barely walk. Yes, where did he get them? On his feet? Yeah, they're very painful.
Yeah, and you're, according to what you said, where the boil is located, you're laying on that area, so you should be screaming right now.
It feels like there's something growing inside of it, like an alien. It looks overcast today. Oh, the gray curtains. Look what's on my TV. No, the fake. Here's my shisha, my dirty room.
Actually, you know what? That room looks cleaner than the rest of the house, including the front room. I actually think that Salah sleeps there. I think that he keeps things a lot cleaner than she does. That looks like he sleeps there sometimes, and that's why the room is clean. Because if she slept there, it'd be full of garbage. There's a lot of her stuff in there, but I think for the most part, he sleeps in there.
I have a candle going. And this is our big dresser. You can't see me much, but there's my bed. I'm on my bed right now.
My bed. Everything is my, not ours. Keep telling on yourself.
That's my bathroom over there. That's basically just my bedroom.
Again, my. I don't know if she realizes what she's saying. My bathroom, my bathroom, my dresser, everything is mine, not our.
Nothing fancy. Courtney, Jessica Boyle, officially its name. Jessica Boyle. Isn't that a real person? Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, there's a light there. Oh, you can't unblock baked?
Okay, enough with that. Moving on. Nothing But Love says, wow, I can't imagine living like this. Julie says, this moron decides to go to the ER based on a comment left on YouTube. No idea how she survived this long. Crazy. So Tanya P 9191 says, Chantal, the way you described the boil, it sounds like it may be cellulitis, which can become serious quickly, especially in diabetics. Please get seen as soon as possible so it doesn't develop into an infection in your bloodstream. You probably need antibiotics. If you develop an elevated temperature, you need to be seen ASAP. And then she says, thanks, I'm going to the ER. Okay. You have to have a viewer tell you you need to go to the hospital to go to the hospital? All right. Aliyah Sultana says, your Weezers are about as dumb and slow as you are. Stop listening to their home remedies from the 1920s. See a doctor. Yeah, like that. Even if they are giving good advice, nobody knows what her issues are or how sick she is or what needs to happen. Only a doctor can do that. She needs to stop being lazy and go see people that can actually help her. Raised Dactylion Trauma says Foodie says she wants to be a Kuwait food review channel, but won't jump on the views a new food place opening up would give her because she's too lazy to wait in line. She's planning on getting some when all the hype dies down. Way to miss out, stupid. Yeah, like by the time you get around to it, Foodie, everybody else has reviewed it and you're going to be left out. But this clip right here is from the newest mukbang she did. So she's supposed to have this great big golf ball sized boil on her fupa. And then she posts a pizza mukbang. Go figure. And I'm not playing the clip because what's the point? All right, moving on. Narky says, okay, first of all, there's no way that she can stand in the shower and have water hit the area that she's talking about. It is completely covered by the apron of her belly. Second, if it is red around the area, then she's in big danger. Considering her hygiene, big danger. Yeah, redness. It feels warm to the touch. That means there's an infection, and that needs to be treated immediately. All right, let's move on to something positive, courtesy of Massimo, saying, did you know cats' purrs emit frequencies between 25 and 150 hertz, which align with those used in medical treatments for bone density improvement and healing. Being in the presence of a purring cat has been linked to reduced stress levels, lower blood pressure, and a decreased heart rate in humans. Yes, cats are very healing. Unless you're boogering, you're biting on mama's hand or biting on her feet. But I still love her. And let's see. All right, again, something positive from A. I love this picture. I love it. This is giving me country home, summer house, vintage realness right here. It's so relaxing. Oh, it's so relaxing. I want to be here. I can move right in. It's so peaceful. I can't. It just, I want to be there. I do. All right. I'm not showing that clip because that's just Foodie content. Perfectly Imperfect says Foodie Beauty is bigger now than in this video and can put her socks on. So she was lying and manipulating Pete to get him to come home with her. Pathetic. Fat Cow says, hey, remember the video I made saying Foodie Beauty will always take Amberlyn Reed's side against Beck? Because admitting Amber isn't a blanker would be admitting that she is one too. And casually mentioned Pete's had to put her socks on for her, and someone said that was ridiculous. Yeah, I remember when she did this.
On for me. That being said,
Shut up, Chantal. I'm not ready for you. Yeah, this is the live stream she did where she talked about Pete's helped Foodie put her socks on.
That being said, I just want to be able to put my own socks on. Again, like I can't put my own socks on. I need to wait for Pete to come on his break and put my socks on for me.
And she could put her socks on. She was just being lazy. See, birds of a feather flock together, and birds of a feather protect each other. Chantal and Amber are so much alike that they're not going to point fingers at each other no matter what. Who knows what secrets each one of them has about each other? Who knows what dirt they have on each other? And if one points the finger, that means the other one is going to maybe reveal the dirt out of vengeance. But they're both exactly the same. They're both manipulative people that act like toddlers, that even though they're fully capable of something, just to be jerks, they will make other people do stuff for them. Now, for those of you that when you wake up in the morning, you hear birds, you ever wonder what those birds are? Like the songs of the birds? Nature is Amazing says, why is the sound of birds chirping in the morning the best thing to ever exist? I know, and here's some of the bird sounds. American robin, tufted titmouse, northern cardinal, morning doves. I love the sound of morning doves in the morning. I grew up with them. White-throated sparrow. Woodpecker. Oh my God, the red-winged blackbird. I woke up to those in Oregon. They were everywhere. I kind of miss their song now. Carolina wren. Chickadee. Song sparrow. Eastern towhee. Such pretty songbirds. I love hearing the songs of birds in the morning. It just lets you know that it's morning and get a cup of coffee. Uh-oh. Y'all check this out. For those of you that watch Amberlyn Reed's content, it seems like Amber got in trouble. She got in trouble. Amber had her community tab taken away from her. Ruh-roh. Sandy Quesadilla said, "Oh, girl, what did you do?" Let's see. YouTube can disable or restrict the community tab if a channel violates their community guidelines or terms of service, leading to a loss of advanced features, including the community tab. Here's a more detailed explanation. Community guidelines violations. If a channel repeatedly or severely violates YouTube's community guideline, e.g. hate speech, harmful content, spam, etc., YouTube may take action which could include disabling the community tab or other advanced features, terms of service violations. Similarly, if a channel violates YouTube's terms of service, YouTube can restrict or disable the community tab and other features. Channel restrictions. YouTube may restrict a channel's ability to create content or use certain features, including the community tab, for various reasons, including policy violations or other issues. Amber, you were bad. You did a bad thing. You were bad. All right, now this is funny from my read. This is about donkeys. Donkeys are characters. And I've done some studying up on donkeys. Donkeys don't just have character. Donkeys can also be used to guard a herd of animals, provided that you bring up the donkey with the animals. But sometimes they can be territorial. Like if they feel like an animal is violating their space, they can go after them. But donkeys, they act like 3-year-olds. And they're funny. Listen. This is courtesy of my read.
Waffles! Waffles! I know. You have new friends, but they don't want to play with you like that. They don't want to play tag.
The donkey just wants to play with the other animals, and they're like, "No, get away from us." Oh, good morning, Henry. I love donkeys. They're such characters. I would love to watch this whole thing, but we got to keep going. Aw, from Yog, that's his bed now. So Puppers didn't want to wait to get home to use it. Yep, he definitely likes it. He's like, "I love my Biddy. I love it." Aw, what a precious thing. And look at this beautiful place from Flowers. Yep, I'd move in. I would, and I see the ocean in the background. I would definitely move in. I would have no problem moving in right now. Now, where do I sign up? And this too, from A. That is a place you can just curl up and read a book and go to sleep while it's raining outside. I would love that. And this place too, from Flowers, gorgeous. Oh, so pretty. So incredibly pretty. And these chairs from Aesthetics, these flower beanbag chairs. I want one. Okay, what else we got real quick? Oh, content that'll heal your depression. This beautiful black cat with these beautiful orange eyes. Hi, kitty. Those eyes. Laura says, oof, these view numbers are looking rough, Foodie. Yeah, like she did the live, 269 people. The views keep dropping, y'all. They do. They keep dropping because people are they're just done. They're through. All right, that's it for the Twitter peeps. And I warn y'all, I am warning you. I warned you. She's going to be using that awful shisha pipe. I am so sorry that I can't cut it out of the audio. I don't recommend this live for anybody that wears earbuds or headphones or anything like that because that sound's going to get on your last nerve. But I am warning you, I don't like it. Nails on a chalkboard. So we're going to review a little bit of this and cut out. But go ahead, Chantal.
Place, links, hello. Justine, Andre Marie, Chantel, Seraphim, Strawberries, Hills Bells, hello. You're smoking shisha? McDonald's, no. Hey, Mike.
You know, Chantal, the next time you get in a mood and you start complaining about the lack of views, the lack of money, just remember doing this live where you were so uninspired that you couldn't even be bothered to even just sit up and talk to people. You did the whole live this way, laying down, looking like you're ready to fall asleep. Like, this is not what people sub up for. This is not what people buy memberships for. When you're a content creator and you look like you're just bored with your own content.
Trixie. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. Hello, Jenny. Hey, Spicy Mayo, PMAC, Earn Blue. Thank you. Really, Veronica? Can you get vegan pizza there? I don't know. I deserve world peace. Inshallah. No more boils.
I hate that shisha.
Dan. Thanks, Cleo.
You know, she wonders why she feels lightheaded and sick after smoking the shisha. Shisha is more intense than a regular cigarette. A shisha session is equal to 90 to 100 cigarettes. It is really strong. That's why you don't need to go on the pipe so much, but she just smoking it and smoking it and smoking it and smoking it. Girl, you got enough nicotine in your system. Quit it.
It was pretty good. Megasaurus. Llama vibes, yeah, but this is a dirty neck pillow. I don't like it. I don't like butter on my pizza. I mean, I know I'm a fat ass and you think I would, but I'm going to wait for everyone to come in so I can tell the boil story once.
Now, I want more people in here so I can talk about gross stuff that really I shouldn't be talking about on a live stream because that is not real content and it should not be used as content. My medical issues should not be content, but I'm just so bored with myself and so lacking in ideas that I'm resorting to talking about a boil and monetizing a boil. Weirdo.
Please make it oh, good luck, Mike. Justine, Natasha. Well, it's not good, Samaria. Our queen of deserved parmesan with the boil content. I like butter on everything. Gourmet veggie with white sauce. Wow. You drink the garlic butter. Parmesan on the foil. Eggs on legs. You're moving out. Where are you going? I don't know, Spicy Mayo. I didn't look. Thank you. Not feeling great.
Then go to a hospital.
Boiled Korean. YouTube. So I don't remember if I don't remember blocking you, but I'm like, how come you haven't been in the chats? What the hell's going on? Make chicken? Ugh.
You know, I have to seriously wonder if sometimes Chantal doesn't add something a little extra to the shisha. Maybe something to, say, sedate her or medicate herself. Like, you can do that. I'm sure you can add things to the shisha, get in your system, because like she's acting like she's on something.
Pretty sleepy. So this is my bedroom.
My bedroom, not our bedroom.
The maid bedroom Beeze. Yeah. Well, it's not that clean, but thanks every day, Becca. How you been? Hey, ECP. Okay, do you think this is as many people are going to come in or what? You just don't support Starbucks if you're not going to smoke. I'm just joking. I'm kidding, Samir. I'd buy from there too. How do we unblock Bake Korean? Are you blocked? I don't know if he's in the chat. I need a llama. I know. I've been using this. I got a.
Yeah, speaking of the llama, this right here, this live, it is reminding me so much. It's taking me back a little bit. During Crackhead Olympics, Chantal would be in her room and she would lay on a llama pillow and do this exact same thing. Like she would lay down and do her streams with the llama pillow. This is taking me back to like the llama pillow lives that I hated so much.
Wash it. I dropped diet soda on it. Yeah, I like it. Nice, eggs on legs. Enjoy the Beeze. Not really spicy. Well, it depends, spicy mayo. I do get different kinds. Thanks, Be Free. Okay, if I make somebody soup.
There are some twisted people in Chantal's chat. Like Strawberries and Cream saying, can you tell us what the popped boil fluid smelled like? Why do you want to know that, Strawberries and Cream? Are you gross? Like, are you a weirdo? Why do you want to know what it smells like? I mean, what is wrong with you? There is some weirdos in her chat, bro.
Super mod for like a minute to unblock Bake Korean. Are you able to do it? Yeah, but not just anybody. Okay, I trust me, BBJ. I'm taking it away right away, so don't worry. Justine, okay. You can do it? Okay, go do your thing, Justine. Let me know when you've done it, please. Oh, Rosemary, Habibi J. There, hello.
You know, I'm so confused why people are so desperate to be a mod for Foodie Beauty. Like it means anything. Like, why do so many people in her chat want a mod for her? Like it's some sort of an honor. It's not. She's a pain in the butt. Like, what is the big deal about having a wrench?
Habibi J. If I make you mod, you promise not to be to misbehave and block people. Hi, Rosemary's. horse health. Oh no, kind heart. Sorry to hear that. What's that? Ida. All right, Habibi J. Since I know it means so much to you.
You know, and the stupid thing is that these people that are wanting to be a mod for Chantal, they don't understand what they're stepping into once they get a wrench from her. Because from Chantal's point of view, if you are a mod for Chantal, when she goes live, no matter what time of the day or night, you got to be there. You are not allowed to have a life. You're not allowed to, you know, like plan your day, and then she's got a scheduled live, and then you know when it is, and then you can show up there. It doesn't matter if she goes live at 2:00 in the morning or 2:00 in the afternoon. You got to be there. And if you're not, she's going to get mad at you. Like, she honestly feels that if you're a mod, like, your life revolves around her life. Even though that's not how it works with being a mod. Modding somebody's chat is an unpaid position, and you're allowed to be there or not be there. Because we all got to live, but that's not how she feels about it.
Fairy tales. Okay, Big Korean, somebody is going to unblock you. The song by Beach Boys in my room? No. Hey, Lovano. Actually, I didn't eat too much pizza. There's still leftovers, so I don't feel too bad.
I don't believe that. For that mukbang, you're like, I'm full. I've seen you eat, Chantal. You just ate the rest off camera. You don't believe in just a little bit of food. You got to eat until you're overstuffed.
Kifek Enta by Farouz. Farouz is good. Hey, Loof. I can't be trusted with such power. BBJ's been around for a long
Candace Marie says, okay, update, please. Some of us don't have all day. Yeah, get to it, Chantal. You were deliberately waiting until more people showed up. It's like we're almost 8 minutes in. I think you can tell people now.
Long time. Hey, Sarah. Aw, sorry to hear that, Bear. I'm always here for you in DMs if you need me. Okay. All right, Candace. In my house, Mary Jane girls. Okay, you want to know the update? Hi, little Nitty.
Girl, stop with the pipe already. Save it till later. Ugh. I mean, listen, I'm a cigarette smoker, yes, and I have a vape. That's just freaking obnoxious, bro. Take the mic away and put it further away or something. Or get a quieter pipe. That's just obnoxious.
Trixie. All right, if we get to 50 likes, I'll tell you the update. I got to start bribing you guys. You don't want to like my video.
That's not a bribe. You're not offering anything. Like I said, you're begging. It's not a bribe. It's begging.
You don't want to watch my content. You don't want to do anything.
Give them a reason to watch you. Give them a reason to spend their money. Then maybe you might get what you want. Stop being a lazy slug and just laying there and just smoking your shisha. You might get what you're asking for.
Chantel's private boil. I'm oozing. Ew. Thanks for.
It's so pathetic. Guilt tripping the audience to do things. Seriously?
The super chat. I'll take it, I guess. Why is it such a big deal? I have a boil.
You brought it up and you made it into content, and you're still bringing it up. You could easily just move along from it, but you're not. You want to talk about it. Yeah, Link says, we are watching your content. What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean?
Boil Korean. I know you're watching. I'm joking. Okay. Come on, 50 likes. If I can't even get.
Oh my God. What is this? Like a telethon? I'm in a smaller channel than you, Chantal. I don't know. I don't do this crap. This is crazy. Wow. Tell you what, since you're all about buying subscribers, why don't you buy some likes too while you're at it?
50 likes, I'm retiring. Hey, Bethadone. Like and subscribe.
And Larry Mondella says, excuse me? I watch your videos sometimes.
And join my memberships.
Do you know why she's screaming about the liking part? Because on YouTube, engagement counts. Like YouTube likes engagement. Engagement things would be super chats, super stickers, comments, the thumbs up. Even if you thumbs down a video, that still counts as engagement. YouTube looks with more favor upon channels that have a lot of active engagement. And I guess on her channel, she doesn't get a lot of active engagement. And she knows that. She knows that if she doesn't get as much engagement, that she will not appear in the search top of the page or whatever. That's why it's a big deal to her right now.
Oh, and maybe pay for a trip to Disneyland. On today's, Teardrop will come in after the boil talk, maybe.
Celeste Fawn says, are we holding a boil hostage for likes? Yeah, it kind of sounds like it. One moment. Okay, let's keep going.
I like the name Bethadone. Okay, we have 50. Okay.
Oh, how could she possibly know that? There's no way that she could know that she's got 50 likes on her live. What is she talking about? What does she mean?
So I didn't get my...
And it's so sad that even if she got 50 likes and knew about it, that she's doing this on a live and begging. Those of you that have been on my live, what have I always said to you? I said, if you guys could like the stream, I would really appreciate it. If not, that's okay. I'm not forcing people to do it. I'm not pressuring people to do it. That's the way it should be done. People should like something if they want to, not because there's a content creator saying like, subscribe, like putting the pressure on you as people. Let the people do what they want. Oh my goodness.
Boil lanced yet because, okay, I've actually forgotten a couple of times I've had a boil.
Chantal's got a history of having boils. I remember her talking about a boil that she had back in the Crackhead Olympics days. It was near her bra line, and it was really bad. It had to be lanced and treated and packed. And poor Pete was the fool that had to help her with it. Yeah, like blow dry the area, but he was he was a bit salty. He would take the blow dryer and point it up towards her face so she had to smell it. That was his way of getting back at her for it.
I've had a boil, a problematic abscess. I don't think it's a boil. I think it's an abscess. Like 5 or 6 times, okay?
So this is not her first time getting a boil, if she has one, which I doubt, with all the reasons already mentioned. This might be a fake phony boil.
And since the villa.
Right, like she's got a history of them. She's got diabetes, high blood sugar, contributes to boils. Also, she's a filthy person. She's nasty. She doesn't shower. She doesn't shower as much as she should as a woman of a much bigger size. You got to take more showers. You got to be more on top of your hygiene. Because if you're not, like all the sweat, the dirt, the body oils, all of that just gathers in the folds and the creases, and that could lead to skin infections, which can get really serious. And she just doesn't care being filthy.
Now, little boils like this I've had, but they go away on their own. They pop, they go away. Teardrop, hello. You came in just in time for the boil talk. I'm not gonna.
This points to Chantal's mentality when it comes to her health, when it comes to her body. Her mentality is, if a problem pops up, find a way to work around it, find a way to manage the pain, versus looking at it and saying, this is an issue. And this is an issue that keeps coming up, but why? What can I do to keep this issue from happening again? What can I do to take care of my body to where it feels better? I feel better. As long as she can maybe take some pills and numb the pain out or manage the pain, she feels that she's okay. She's not okay.
I'm going to talk about it gross. I'm just updating. Make a wish.
Nobody needs a boil update. And if you were taking care of your body, you might not get boils at all.
Trip. Yeah. Anyways, so hey Karen. A boil or an abscess?
She doesn't know. How could she know? How could she know if it's a boil, an abscess, a carbuncle, which a carbuncle is just a really bigger, nastier version of a boil. A carbuncle is essentially a collection of boils that have all gotten together and had coffee and said, let's just stick together, boys. Let's make this infection really nasty. Like, she doesn't know what it is until she goes to a doctor and they check it out.
Well, Laura, they're very similar, but like an abscess, like
I still can't believe we're doing an entire live based around a boil. What have we come to in girl? Oh my God.
A boil is generally just a small, not problematic boil. It goes away on its own. But I don't have it.
No. Strawberries and Cream said, make a podcast called The Boiler Room for Boil Chat. What? Strawberries and Cream, I have a feeling that you have a nasty fetish.
Hair dryer. Anyways, so
Booby says that might be a staph infection. Yeah, it might be. And staph infections can lead to a lot of nasty problems. That can be serious.
Hi, Monira. I've been wanting to wait a bit just because, like,
Why? Because you're cheap?
Number one, the hospitals on the weekend, I think they're, like, not as fully staffed. And Sunday, like tomorrow, Sunday, is regular business hours, and I have to see my doctor, my endocrinologist, or whatever you call it.
You're not going to go to that. You don't go to the doctor. That's your problem. You don't go.
Oh, really, Bear? What kind of cheesecake? Italian cheesecake. Disneyland. Yeah, true. YouTube over the crowds.
And here's somebody in chat giving her bad advice. Strawberries and Cream said maybe the diabetes doctor can lance or lance at home with a bobby pin. Like a diabetes doctor is going to lance a nasty boil. And lancing with a bobby pin? Are you serious? If it's a really deep boil or abscess, you got to get all of that stuff out, including the sac, because the sac is what keeps it going. If you don't get the sac out, it's going to come right back. So a bobby pin would definitely not work.
Now, here, okay. Yes, I'm getting to your questions here. Now, I've gotten mixed responses. Sometimes the doctors will advise to lance it, and I've had a couple lanced. Sometimes it just goes away on its own. Hey, NM, like I've had them drain on their own and just go away. I need a detailed description. Okay.
Girl world, I am so sorry that we've come to this. That we I don't know, where did we go? What happened? Things used to be interesting, really interesting. And we've drifted all the way down to her doing lives talking about freaking boils. What the heck? Why? Just why?
Close your ears, teardrop. So I think this one developed from like a hair growing in because I can see like a hair follicle.
Or it could have developed because you're a diabetic and because of your high blood sugar or the fact that you're filthy. You don't take showers like you should. You wear filthy, nasty clothes. It could have been that.
And then there's like, okay. So there's like, it looks a bit white right in the center, but then there's like, it's like it's growing like this big around. Like it's not a ball. It's like, but the area around it, I can feel it's like really tender and like getting firm. So yeah, it's getting bad, but it's been this bad before, but it's not popping and it's painful as hell. That's why I'm laying down.
Yeah, but look at the way you're laying. And you told us where the boil is, allegedly. And I do say allegedly because I do think it's fake. The position that you're laying in, you'd be screaming right now. If you were sitting up, like sitting up, propped up on pillows, legs spread, that would be less painful than the position you're in right now. Because it's beneath your fupa. And if your apron is hanging over the fupa, all of that weight hanging down on it, it's going to hurt. It's going to really hurt. All that pressure, all that weight on top of it, it's going to hurt.
So I'm going to go in the morning with Salah. There's no odor. No, not yet. A new fupa ball. Pretty much. It feels kind of like there's also cellulitis or something.
Well, if you think there might be cellulitis, you should get your butt to the hospital because that's crazy serious.
Oh, one of your picks. Because it's like...
Beezers, you guys need to wake up. You really need to wake up. Do you know what's going on here? What she's really doing? This is Chantal doing lazy content. And she's also sad fishing all of you, hoping that you'll feel sorry for her and give her super chats. She's not going to get super chats the right way, which would be to make interesting, entertaining content for all of you and give you a reason to reach into your pockets and take that money out and give it to her. No. She's going to get on her bed. She's going to lay still. She's going to tell you a fake, phony boil story, thinking that you will feel sorry for her. I'm so sick. Give me money. Waiting for the super chats to roll in. That's what this is. She is sad fishing, e-begging, thinking it's gonna work. I hope it doesn't work.
The area around is...
You know what? Let's see if it did work. 1 minute. I'm looking something up. Hold up. I'm looking up what I'm doing. I'm pulling up playboard.co for Foodie Beauty. Okay. Give me just a second, y'all. Let's see if it did work. It didn't. Good. Let me show you proof. It didn't work. Her little sad fishing did not work. There's her page. Today's revenue. I love all of this. $4. $4. Let's look at the rest of her numbers as far as super chats. Let's see. Let's go all the way down here. All right. So today's live, $4. The live before that, $8. The live before that, $15. The live before that, she got 62. All right, 62. But keep in mind, you guys, this might be the gross amount, not the net amount, because YouTube takes 30% of whatever you make as far as super chats, super stickers, memberships, views. They take 30% right off the top. So if she made $4, she didn't even make all of the $4. Take 30% out of $4. You got less than, say, $3 and some change. So she didn't make very much with all this boil nonsense, sad fishing. Also, because she's a Canadian resident, she's got to pay taxes. So bring the amount down even further. So good on you, Beezers. Good on you for not giving her a bunch of money for this boil nonsense. I applaud you. Maybe you guys are getting smart over there. Keep going, Chantal.
Like red. Yeah, there's no odor. There's no odor until it, you know.
The people have spoken, Chantal. This is not entertaining content. It may be the content that you want to do, that you're okay with. You want to be lazy. It's okay. Be lazy. You're not going to get big bucks out of it. Nope. Not happening.
Peace frog, have a hot bath. I had many showers, hot, and
I don't believe that. No. No. She didn't have many showers. I don't believe that at all. I'm sure if she took a shower, if she did a proper shower and scrubbed all of herself, it would wear her out. Like the exertion of bathing everything would exhaust her. It would. Like just try to catch up, wash everything, get every crease, get every fold. It would probably wear her out. It would make her tired. And she's going to do this several times? No.
Stay there and let it run on it, but it doesn't do anything. High blood sugar levels. Yeah, my blood sugar levels are a bit higher than usual. That's why I want to see the
telling on herself. They're a bit higher than usual. I wonder how that happened. I wonder where really high blood sugar can come from. Could it be all the stuff you've been eating? What are you eating on camera and off camera, Chantal? Tell us.
The doctor tomorrow. Just get all fixed up.
All the doctor could do if you have a boil is Lancet, pack it, send you home. Can't fix the high blood sugar, can't fix the diabetes. And if you're eating a bunch of stuff, that means another boil might show up later if you have one now.
I might need IV antibiotics. I've had to have them here before. There's no update. Yeah. No, I didn't go yet either because I don't have a fever. I've taken my temperature. I don't have any of the symptoms like early warning signs of sepsis. I know it can. Hey, Clear Focus Studios. IV for the boil as in preventative antibiotics. Yeah, ECP. Hi, plain cheese. The problem is that an abscess is full of infected stuff. It's when it travels. It's, I feel like it's contained right now.
I heard this earlier. I feel like it's contained right now. What? I feel like it's contained right now. She's acting like the only picture I have in my mind right now is Resident Evil, like Raccoon City. And the infection is contained by the Red Queen. Girl, it's a boil. It's attached to your body. The boil is attached to your skin, attached to your blood vessels, attached to your bloodstream, which means the infection can travel throughout your bloodstream, throughout your body. There is no containing something like that. It is a part of you. It's not walled off and contained. What are you talking about?
So disgusting. I know. You need a medical grade size tub. What? Max in space. Why did I need See, I have a bad memory. Like, I'm actually a little scared. Remember the last time I went to the hospital in Kuwait? Do you guys remember what it was for?
See, even he said it. Larry Mondello said it can still get in your bloodstream. Absolutely. And by the time you get that fever, you get those chills, it might be too late because the infection has spread.
Oh, kidney infection. Yeah. Show us. I can't show you. Haram Mia. No, haram. Thanks, Max in Space. No, I'm not a doctor, so I'm gonna go tomorrow. Hero needs to be held accountable. Just for talking about it. I said before you came in too, I said, I think Teardrop's gonna come in after the boil talk, and then you came in right before my update.
YouTube lover says, Chantal, I worry it could become septic. The infection could easily escape and flood your system. Please don't procrastinate and go to the doctor. Don't pop it without doctor cleaning, flushing drain. Right. Because that might actually make it worse.
No, I can have trolls. It's okay. You guys don't have to be too block happy. I'm all right now. I'll just ignore it. Yeah, I am. YouTube lover, no, I'm gonna go tomorrow for sure. That way, 2 birds, 1 stone. And honestly, I want to go when there's full staff in the morning, so I could ask for a female gynecological thing. Hydrodentist. Yeah, I did, but I'm not sure if it's that. I've had one other boil here where my bra strap was from the
That's the one I remember.
rubbing. That was a while ago. You want a cat from Kuwait? The new Switch, yeah. Try heaving. Yeah, if you want to name it. So it's very heavy. It hurts like hell.
I can't believe we're going to spend an entire life talking about a freaking boil. This is stupid.
Thanks, Harper.
Like, I could see a few minutes talking about a boil, but we're like almost at 17 minutes right now. Are you kidding me?
But I don't feel like nauseous. I don't feel like I have a temperature. So I think I'll be okay till morning, inshallah. Folliculitis. I watched Fupa Never Boils. Ew, eggs on legs. That's what he's the human equivalent of, but still.
Beezers, listen, some of you in the chat, I'm watching. You guys care about Chantal and her health, and you're telling her, go to the doctor. It could be this, it could be that. You guys have more concern over her health than she does. Because if she cared, she would not be live right now. She wouldn't be talking about it. She'd be doing something about it. Like, it's her body, it's her health. She should have the most concern over herself. But she doesn't. She wants all of you to be concerned and give up your money.
Bertha the boil. Hey, Nicole. Well, I'm happy you at least said hi.
You know, honestly, I think this is just my honest opinion. I think she deliberately makes herself sick so she can have something to complain about. And whatever the problem is, she wants to make money with it. That is my opinion. That she deliberately makes herself ill in some way because she wants people to feel sorry for her. That's the way she uses to get attention. And she looks at it as being content.
I do have chamomile.
Chamomile.
Salah probably doesn't prefer I talk about it, but whatever. He's like, let me guess, you told them all about your boil. I'm like, it's not right on the fupa. So it's like, it's kind of on the side. Okay, let's name it Susan Boyle. When my husband his working days would get boils all the time because he worked outside in heat. He could barely walk. Yes, where did he get them? On his feet? Yeah, they're very painful. It feels like there's something growing inside of it, like an alien.
You know, the more she talks about this boil, the more I'm like, this sounds fake. And the fact that she's laying down right where the boil is and it doesn't hurt, like she's sitting there laughing and giggling, and that would hurt given what's wrong with her. And she's No wincing in pain, nothing. Rule number 1, Chantal lies.
It looks overcast today. Oh, the gray curtains. Look what's on my TV. No, the fake. Here's my shisha, my dirty room. I have a candle going. And this is our big dresser. You can't see me much, but
Yeah, see how she's angling the camera away from her body? But you're a confident woman, right, Chantal? You're confident with yourself. Well, why are you working so hard so people can't see what you look like without the filter? Scared of that mirror.
there's my bed. I'm on my bed right now. That's my bathroom over there. That's basically just my bedroom. Nothing fancy. Courtney, Jessica Boyle, officially its name. Jessica Boyle. Isn't that a real person? Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, there's a light there. Oh, you can't unblock baked? Okay, I'll get Salah to do it. Justine is always super sweet and nice. Maybe eventually plain cheeseburger. Hey, Vanessa.
Oh, she muted to talk to Salah, I think.
Put Fryroos key fact. I can't. It's copyrighted. Go to the doctor.
Yeah, go.
Are those air fried Korean? Oh, did I tell you? Yeah, I said in my mukbang there's a Wingstop now. I want to go through these things, period, but
all of you people in the chat, look, I know that some of you mean well, but you really need to stop suggesting for things for Chantal to do for a boil, because none of y'all are doctors. You're not treating her. You don't know what's really wrong. You might be doing more harm than good.
no, I don't smoke with the CPAP. Sink corner.
And yeah, I'm skipping ahead because it's like, okay, are we going to talk about anything else?
Yeah, they speak English too.
And I hate that doggone shisha pipe.
I'm gonna have to stay. I know it. They're gonna put me in the female area. Yeah, Sarah. I'm not vlogging the Lansing. Crazy. Hospital is open and not like there will be drunken lifestyle people. True. On the weekends at night, there's always drunken people at the hospitals throwing up, and I have emetophobia.
No, you don't. You're just an impatient, spoiled brat. And you feel like when you go to the hospital, you go to the ER, as soon as you walk in, they should just say, Foodie Beauty is here, and put you to the front of the line despite anybody else coming in with more serious ailments. You think it's beneath you to wait 5 minutes or 10 minutes or a few hours, although waiting at the ER is standard. Everybody does it. But you want to be able to walk in and get checked immediately.
Under anesthesia? Does Kuwait have a punch card? Fifth visit is free. Right in the corner where the thigh and the...
We don't need a full-on description of where it is, what it looks like, how round it is, how big it is, if it's tender, if it's hot to the touch. We don't need to know that. Not our business. How is it going to change things if we do know?
Fupa area meat. Hey, Anel.
I'm telling you, I think somebody paid for her to do this. I do. I think there's somebody out there in her audience, some disgusting, nasty feedy, some weirdo. They have a fetish for talking about gross stuff like this, and that's where all this came from. Because she's just going into too much detail, and it sounds like a story time.
Kind of that area, like. She shaved while she waited, eggs on legs. What? Yeah, I know, Lynx. Welcome to the blue. I'm not taking it lightly. I just don't want to. I really don't want to go.
Well, if it's really serious, you have to go because you can't treat it yourself. Dr. Google is not going to fix this for you.
I know, Karen, right? It's like hard. The area around it. It's like there's like a bump like this, elevated.
Okay, you know what, viewers? Listen, you get the gist. She's going to talk about the boil the entire live, and that's it. That's all we're talking about is a freaking boil. And considering the subject matter and considering her smoking on that shisha, I'm going to cut this off early. Is that all right? I mean, does anybody out there care about her boil? Can we do anything? No. So why continue? I'm done. That shisha pipe noise is getting on my nerves. Her talking about her boil, like just, she's literally laying there, sad fishing, e-begging, using a fake phony boil story to do it. It is just too pathetic for words. And for that, I'm out. So I hope all of you have a wonderful evening and you take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget to take care of yourselves and each other. Bye now.